Well, hello once again to Chris from Melbourne. How are you going?
I'm good. It's very early.
Yeah, well, it is there. It's very late for me. Well, I say late. It's something like 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in New York, and it's about 6 o'clock in the morning for you. Um, so yeah, it's been a good week so far. I've been
Excellent. Having a good holiday?
Yes, we test drove the Rivian, as you know, last week, and for the last 4 days, I hired a Tesla Model Y over in Kansas City, and I had
Mm.
full self-driving put on it.
Mm.
Now it was only 12.3.6, but bloody
Mhm.
hell, it was good. I mean, there
Mm.
was one critical intervention where I had to grab the steering wheel and yank it to get it back on track. Otherwise, it was
Yeah.
going to go smashing right into the barrier. Um, but otherwise, there was just a few minor things. A couple were me, I think, just going, oh, I'm not sure, and trying to slam on the brakes because everything's on the other side of the road here. And because I
Mm.
was basically the Tesla did the whole 4 days driving for me. I
Wow.
wouldn't have moved it more than a few hundred feet.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, in and
So,
out of
so,
car
so-
parks, no problem.
Jeez. And hello. Full self-driving anywhere else in the world, Elon Musk. Hello.
Yes, yes. Now, apparently 12.5.1 is much better, night and day. But anyway, we'll
Mm.
wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got a video on that one? You got something coming
I've
out?
I've already put up two videos. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to
Oh
check
good.
that out on my channel, Grumpy Old Man and his EV, jolly good.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool. Now, because I've got to go to work soon, so do you mind if kick this off? Because
Kick it off by all means, Chris.
I've just sent you the thing,
Yeah.
so you'll pop up saying, "Yep, that's cool." Um, so this appeared, I think, first on a Facebook forum, and then Bridie Schmidt, with permission, reposted it on X, Twitter. And it's the most interesting thing that, when someone tries to make a point, and they're like, for XYZ reasons, we can't do this because, yeah, these are legit sound reasons. We're not going to enter into discussion about having electric vehicle chargers installed in our building. So I'm guessing that this is either a building for units, apartments, or maybe it's a building for, a business. I'm not sure. And so it goes on that for various reasons that, we've looked into all the information provided, installation costs, and we've done surveys on demand for electric vehicles and owners' willingness to pay for the charging. Great. But there can be no new penetrations, that is like to say holes, that can be made in the ceiling slabs, especially in B1, or else we'll develop a number of new leaks. Um, that's interesting. Okay, I'm not an engineer, so I'll give them that. Secondly, for technical reasons, cable trays and wiring cannot be used. I don't know why. It's a car park. If anyone's seen a car park that's got beautiful, finished ceilings, plasterboard ceilings, maybe floating ceiling, where they hide all the conduits and all the cable runs, I'd like to see that, please. And it doesn't have adequate power capacity. Yeah, yeah, okay. High speed charges is questionable. That's near the bottom down here. But this is where it all goes, really. It turns
Yes.
left. It turns left, and they go. Um, those residents planning purchases of new cars could investigate the advantages of hybrids. Hmm. Lexus Melbourne state they sell predominantly hybrids.
Well, how many electric
Uh-huh.
vehicles have Lexus got?
No. And between January and March, sale of hybrids in Europe surged to a record high. Sales were 18% higher than for the same period in 23 and 50% higher than for 22. Affordable pricing and an increasing wide choice of models and ease have modified consumer preferences. What the hell has that got to do with electric vehicle chargers? It's beyond me.
Well, they don't
And
need the electric vehicle charger because all these hybrids are self-charging.
they are, and Toyota's on the game. Toyota knows that nobody wants electric vehicles. They get it. They we should be looking at Toyota. Anyway, it's the weirdest thing in the whole world. And I know that you've got a story. Um, so maybe that's a good segue to your one because I reckon comment below. Does this seem just really weird and just some sort of maybe body corporate
This
angry
is
retort?
basically, when I saw this, I thought this is basically the body corporate copping out
Mm.
of actually having to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've got a double story house, and I was nervous about one of our beams actually having been reduced, and stuff like that. And the builder's like, mate, do you think that one beam out of dozens with several new holes in it and some shaving is going to have any effect? No. We do it all the time in the building phase and you will never know about it. So drilling into concrete does not mean you're actually going to be going through the concrete all the way to make new holes that will make leaks. Anyway, all right, move on. Nigel, you
Yes,
go.
look, I agree with you. I think that that was a completely ridiculous thing that those people put out. So
Mhm.
this one only came out just in the last few days, I think. We
Mm,
did have the GWM Aura at 35,990, and it was the cheapest vehicle on the market. And now
yeah,
the MG ZSEV, which is a small SUV, has
yeah.
dropped to 34,990, whatever, below the 35,000. Now you've got, or you had one of these
I
um,
still do.
a
Still
couple of
do.
years ago. You got that, didn't you?
Yep, 2020, and I paid the grand total of 42,000, I think, drive away.
Yeah,
It
so
was it
they've
was
dropped
Australia's
the
cheapest electric vehicle then.
yeah, so they dropped the price
So,
of
but hang on.
this.
Yeah, but so that wait, just going back to the previous story, that's quite an affordable electric car that's actually probably cheaper than a Toyota Camry and a Corolla actually. Um, that's interesting. Okay, I don't understand the other story even more so now because there's
Yeah,
plenty of electric vehicles,
yeah.
the
So
MG4, Aura.
there's now got a
Okay.
few cars that are well under the 40,000, and this is the first one to go under 35,000. I think they've dropped the price on eight of their vehicles, but the ZSEV has just wiped
Mm,
thousands off and is now 34,990, which has
mhm,
got to make it a very good proposition. I mean, it's a bigger car than the Aura for a start.
mm, yep,
Um,
yep,
so look, I think that's good value. And the other thing that they've done
mm. We've increased
is
the warranty.
they've increased the warranty. It is now, well, Mitsubishi have got a 10-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty, but
Mm.
MG has now gone and done 10 years, 250,000 kilometer warranty. And that is
Wow,
for EVs, hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and it's petrol. Um,
that's
I
quite
mean, that's
incredible.
just phenomenal. Not only have they dropped the price, so it's under 35
Mm,
for the ZSEV, but you
yeah,
get a 10-year,
yeah.
250,000 kilometer warranty.
So that to most people is the life of any vehicle. Most cars will get up to about the 250,000 and normally, faults start happening, expensive repairs start happening. And people are like, that's it. It's a now a lemon. I need to retire it and get a new one. Do you think that would then solve a lot of people's anxiety about, I worry about the battery, I worry about the electric motor? Do you think that will go any way to allaying those fears?
Well, I would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Mm. Oh, I would hope so. That's a very impressive warranty.
10-year, 250,000 kilometer warranty. Now, I don't know if they've got something different for the battery and powertrain and so on. I couldn't see
Yeah.
anything else there. But
Yeah.
I thought that's pretty bloody reasonable.
That is. That's well done to MG. I mean, I reckon there must be a new model coming out, so they're trying to move stock. So so be it. You know, like that's what all car makers do. They do a sale run out,
Yeah,
so you
run
can
out
get a go
sales.
bar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it just anyone who can afford now a $35,000 car should not be looking to petrol or hybrid. And still badgering the body corporate. It's it's every body corporate's right to actually keep asking him.
So yeah, I
I'll
mean,
get over it.
so I mean, the other thing is that if I just go back to share this one, Uber has
Mm.
decided to target second-hand electric cars from Japan in an Australian trial for Uber Eats and Uber drivers. Now, second-hand electric cars. Well, there's the Leaf, or there's the Leaf. I think.
That's that is really random.
Uh,
And
but
what
they've got
are they t
Chatamo.
is that the small battery versions too?
I don't know what they're doing, but these are second-hand ones. So who knows what the state of battery is there. These
Yeah.
Nissan Leaf models are going to cost about 22,000 and will be offered to delivery as well as rideshare drivers for the first time.
I
Um,
think it was a I'm really that's a mistake. Those guys do 400 to 500 kilometers a day.
Well,
And
it says
the
down
Nissan,
here that really they need, or I read somewhere a mate of mine put a post up going, the average Uber driver needs a 350-kilometer range.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
So you're either going to kill the car by going from 100% to absolute empty. You're going to struggle to find charging for it. And if I'm correct, and I think I am, Nissan model, the Leafs never had battery management, like thermal
no,
management.
no, they
So
don't.
the batteries are always bad.
They just rely on the air cooling it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're going to be getting a car with less range already as soon as you get it. You're going to trouble charging it somewhere. And it's not going to actually meet the needs of an Uber driver because they'd have to go charge somewhere. And the DC charging rate is slow as well. That is a
Well, yeah,
poor choice.
Chatamo DC charging on those, you'd be lucky to get 40 kilowatts out of them.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't know that the Nissan Leaf can take that much. Um,
yeah.
so yeah,
This,
it's a strange thing. Why can't they just go and buy a lot of MG ZSEVs, brand new? Now the low range one has only got a range of what, about 300
yeah, yeah, 300
kilometers.
kilometers. Yeah,
But it's got CCS too.
yeah, yeah. You can find most everywhere. And yeah, that does make sense to me, mate. Like, and this for Uber drivers, that becomes a taxable item. So,
Yeah, but you see, I mean, with Uber, you can go and get a car from Splend. I think that there's also
mm,
another company, but you can get
yeah,
a nice Polestar 2 from Splend. It costs you about $500 a month.
wow.
No, sorry, a week.
Well,
But
that's
you've only
expensive.
got to do a few hours driving
Mm,
to get that money in a week.
right.
And I think your minimum is 6 weeks, so that's 3 grand.
Mm,
You can get Tesla Model Ys and Polestar 2s and all sorts of things through Splend at
wow.
pretty reasonable prices. I when I did a an Uber uh, took an Uber somewhere,
Mm,
it was a Polestar 2, and the guy said it was costing him about $500 a month, a week through Splend. And I go,
mm,
oh, that's a bit much. And he goes, nah, I can
mm,
make 2.5 grand in a week.
mm.
So I've
Yeah,
paid for it.
yeah.
And
Mm,
then at the end of the day, I just give it back. I don't want it anymore. And I go and get a nice new one. So he
wow.
keeps them for maybe 3 months and
Yeah.
then goes and hands them back.
Oh dear. Okay. No, very conscious of the time because I literally have to
Yes,
run.
I know you've got to rush off to work.
But I want to share this. This was an interesting proposition for anybody looking to get an affordable, inverted commas, electric car. And that is that, Tesla in Australia is now offering, forget who the financer is, but 1.99% on a new Tesla Model 3. And so that drive away is about $60,000 car now, yeah?
Um,
Um,
Give or take a bit. I think it's a bit cheaper than that. The rear wheel drive.
yeah. And so the actual comparison rate is 3.57%, which is still an excellent rate. Now, this can't be used on, like leasing. It's actually a true car loan. So it's a typical loan.
It's an HP.
Um, and oh yeah, they're Stratton Finance. They're the ones doing it, I guess. No, there we go. It's just according to them. Anyway, that would be a very affordable car. That really would. I think the costs of, paying for that loan against the cost of income, and then you got to do a lot of tax and stuff like that, because your any interest you pay on a car loan as a business, if you're running a car, that actually gets written down against your earnings.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back to Uber. Why are they offering up a very poor choice of car when you get some excellent ones for not much more money, really,
Yeah.
really? So
And
it's a
then
5-year loan.
you're also going to get some states are giving away um, rebates on these, like Queensland. I don't know if it's still got the $6,000 rebate. Western Australia, we've still got the $3,500 rebate. So you can
Yeah.
buy a nice new EV and get 3.5 grand back. So that MG ZS EV at 34,990 in Australia, less 3.5 grand brings it down to $31,500. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just um, that's one cheap electric vehicle, and its running costs are so much cheaper. Okay,
Yeah.
MG and its service is not the most ideal. The GWM Aura has only got a $99 a year service charge, which is better. But all up, I mean, it's just, yeah, you're better
Yeah.
off with a electric vehicle, obviously.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Now with that, do need to run, and so I can either leave you with it, Nigel, or bit did you?
Yes, you've got to rush off to work, so thanks very much. And
That's all right.
I get on board a cruise ship tomorrow morning. So I don't know
Oh,
whether
my.
I'm going to be able to record anything, but we can try at a more reasonable
Wow.
time for you this time.
Where are you going?
Well, out of New York, we're going up towards Canada, and then we're ending up in Greenland, 3 stops, and Iceland, 3 stops, and then a few more days in Reykjavik. I know it's terrible, but somebody has to maintain the world economy.
Yes. Good on you. You enjoy that, you lucky bugger.
All right. So, look, thanks very much, Chris. Really appreciate your time. And don't forget, click that like and subscribe button down below. Yes. See you, Chris.
See you later.